Welcome to Trading Lounge and the S&P 500 for the 16th of July. Starting on the daily chart here. Now, I know the market looks bullish and I am expecting it to go a little bit higher, but I do want to stay with my B wave here for one more push, and I want to explain why. So so first of all, I'm still looking at it as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for this. Now, the way that I think that it's counted here is like this here. So we've got our A wave down here, and don't forget we can't throw this out just yet. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this A wave here, then an A wave here, a B wave over here, and then a C wave up here. And I'm looking at this as an expanded flat because first of all, this particular move down through here is definitely in 5 waves, right? So we've looked at that. An A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave, and down for the C wave for wave 4 here as a bit of an expanded flat, not quite, but close. And then we're looking for 5 waves up. Now, once these 5 waves up come up to this point here, which will come into around probably a bit higher than that. I'm looking at 3,265 and 3,272, but we'll take a closer look at all of this now. But the main point here is that once this 5 waves here is completed in this little section here, then I'm happy to go long above the completion of those 5 waves there. Okay, so let's just go in and have a closer look at this. So in a nutshell, we're looking at wave 3 here, an A wave, an A and a B and a C wave here, and then 5 waves down through here. Now 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, then we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to take us up into group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80 will top out. So top out anywhere from 60, 62, anywhere in that sort of space. We just need to make a new high above here. And we've got earnings coming out in the next session. Most of them are assumed to be negative, so we'll see how that plays out with that. Also, what I want to do here is we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail. This is the cash market here, and this is the pattern here. And so this is the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave. So this is a 5-minute chart on the cash market. And then we've got up for 1 and back for 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. And then we're going up for the last move going higher through this space here. So we'll look at that in more detail. But this is definitely in 5 waves coming down through here. We've counted all that out with a lot of detail. And also too, this move up through here, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, A, B, C here for either wave 1 or wave A here, and then wave B here. And then the rest of this, there's no 4th wave in here unless you want to, I mean, that doesn't even fit as well here. So when you count this up as 1 and 2 in here, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then you got the 3rd and 4th and 5th. So there is no other wave. So it is an A and a B and a C wave here for this, and then 5 waves down here. So it really makes this a wave 3 over here with an A and a B and a C wave here, and then going up for 5 waves. And like I said, once these 5 waves up here tops, then I'm happy to go long above that. So also too, just to help support this a little bit here, is that if we look at a couple of the big stocks here, like Amazon here, for instance, you can see that it made its high and it's dropped down. It hasn't really recovered, has it? It's not making a new high here. So, and these have been the leading stocks to the upside. So, we're still expecting. We took a look. We looked at a few of these, and also Nasdaq as well. And the Nasdaq hasn't really recovered either. It's still down in this space here. And if we look at say Google as well. Google's in the same space as well here. It's also got that 5 waves down from the top here. So even though that the S&P has done something different, you know, the bigger stocks like this here, you know, they haven't, you know, they're still on their projection of, you know, having this particular correction coming into play here for these. So, so in sort of summary here for this is that, you know, these bigger stocks here are still in negative play, basically, you know. So at some point the S&P will be pulled back into line with these guys. And all I see here for the S&P just on the hourly here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 5 little waves up here for the 5th coming into group 2 here. So if I narrow this out a little bit further into the 15-minute chart here, and just to look at this little leg to the upside here from wave 4 here, we've got wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for third wave, fourth wave, and then we've got 1 and 2 here. This appears to be corrective here in 3 waves, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here to finish off. So how far will that go up here? I'm not quite sure, but and either way, you know, once it's actually finished up here, once this is finished, and it may, you know, it may only get into here somewhere, but once it's finished here and we've got that top in play, well, then we're safe to go long from those points there, but otherwise we'll just continue to work down from that point. So be careful if you are long. We talked about being long yesterday, and you may be long, and that's okay, but you know, look to tighten things up. You can put the stop under wave 2 here to start with, and then under wave 4 here, and then start locking in some profit anywhere above wave 3 here for that. And yeah, we'll let it go at that point, and we'll just see at that point. The other point here too in the bigger picture here is when we're working with 3000 here, we've got group 1, minor group 1 of 100, 200 and 300. I know that looks a long way away, but the point is here with the trading levels is that if we get support, a tested support on top of this number here, then I know that the market has left this number and we'll be looking at 3,500 further up here. But we need support on that level there first. So I know this has been a hard road, and so on. It's been a little bit tricky, but I just want to give it this last opportunity here for this to play out here. And if it folds over, well, then I've done the right thing in being cautious in this point here. I just don't want to get, you know, I have to stay with the evidence, and yes, I know the market's pushing up, and like I said, anything above this wave 5 here we can start to look to go long. But I also know too that the vibrations that we've had at the 200, we're going to get more of that up at the 300 area here as well. So even if it pops up through here, it's going to have the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and some type of correction here anyway. So our true setup will come from 3,300, and then our target will be 3,500. But once again, I need to allow this to play out in these last little 5 waves here, just so I can move this wave 3 ABC for wave 4 here and wave 5 off the table, and then we can start having a look at a bullish count to the upside, which we have done. I think the bullish count to the upside would be something like this here with wave 3 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 4 here. Now it's possible to have wave 1 sitting here and wave 2 sitting here, and then looking at this as wave 1 and 2 here, but I can't do that because I know that that's in 5 waves here. It looks like 3 waves here, but you know, when you look at the cash market and pull this apart and compare it to other stocks, it's definitely 5 waves. We put a lot of work into that. So I don't think this can go wave 1 and 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here. We did look at that, and then wave 1 and 2 here, and so on to the upside. possible, but it'd be more likely that it would be like this here in that case, and then we would also pull back the 50-60% here. So if I look at taking that up to, I'll take it up to 62, because I like 62 because obviously it's 61.8 and you'll see it play out a bit, but anyway, close enough. So that would still bring us back down into this space here for this at the 61.8%. So we'll either in all this come back into this space and move up, or we'll come back in 5 waves to this space here and trap everybody in here and then move back up that way. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. We'll see, but we'll just let this little 5 waves finish here, and this will also be at the 32 here. You know, if we looked at this this 5 waves here as the first high above the level, then we'll have this ABC and we'll have that play out here on the long side. We can go long above that, we can go long above the second high here as well, but I'm just pointing out that we need to allow this to play out just to be sure. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. So I'm sorry it's been frustrating for everybody, and we're still not out of it just yet, but at some point we will. But just remember, you know, Amazon and Apple and Facebook and Google, you know, they're all tops there, and they haven't recovered from their tops. So I'm not sure where this is coming from, but it will pull back in line with the Nasdaq. Alrighty, cheers.